All right, it's Tuesday, May 12th. I'm here with Webby Award winner, Webby sensation, really, Joy Behar. Hello, Joy.
Hello.
It happened. People didn't believe it. Anna Navarro sent me a text saying there's no way in hell Joy's actually gone to this thing. But you came with me last night to the Webby Awards and along with our team.
Well, under a lot of pressure.
Oh.
I go to these events.
Yeah, listen, you cause a sensation wherever you go, but we had a good time, I thought.
The place was overridden with people.
There were a lot of people.
I mean, it was at Cipriani's all the way downtown. You know, it's
The Wall
funny.
Street one, yeah.
I'd never go down there. It was like a new city, I was saying.
Yeah. There were a lot of fun people there. A lot of your friends were there. Don Lemon.
Don Lemon and I had a nice chat.
Zarna.
Zarna loves, very funny.
Yeah, she's hysterical.
And Gerard, the comedian who's been on.
Gerard Carmichael. And
Yes.
there were a lot of fun people there. And you had one of the first speeches in the thing. And you gave what became an instantly iconic, so the 5-word speech. So the rules at the Webby Awards has to be 5 words, no more, no less.
I like that idea, by the way, like for the Oscars and the Emmys and all the others, except for Ricky Gervais, who I would cut some slack because he's so funny in these award shows. But to just say to everybody, you can say 5 words. I don't care if you won for Gone with the Wind.
Mm-hmm. And
it's great.
And your 5 words were?
Because I won the award for speaking out for the First Amendment and Stephen Colbert.
Yes, the episode that you won for. We won Best Individual Episode, and the award was for the episode Joy Behar's message to Stephen Colbert.
Don't with the comedians.
And it got a nice response, and
it did.
It was written up a couple places today.
Where?
And, Brian Stelter's newsletter and things like that. I mean, he was there. So anybody, I thought it was great, and it was very on brand for you. You've been saying that for years.
Well, I'm very big on the First Amendment, which is why I'm on this show. One of the reasons that I've stayed on this show for 30 years is because I have the freedom to say what I want to say.
Yes.
Within limits, because you can't just say the F word on television.
No.
I understand that.
Yeah.
Although they do it on CNN a lot lately.
Cable's different. But here's what I liked about the night. First of all, I went to an award show knowing I was going to win. That never happens. That's very exciting. I like that.
Because they tell you ahead of time.
They tell you ahead of time. You wouldn't have gone if we weren't going to win. No. So we knew we won.
I wouldn't have gone if I didn't know that I was going to win or not.
And the reason we won was because our fans voted for us. So I want to say thank you very much.
The Bry guys and the Joy Boys.
And the Joy Boys. I know 100%. Next stop, the People's Choice Awards people. I'm coming.
Oh, there's another award?
Well, we're not nominated yet, but they just they announced yesterday they're bringing back the People's Choice Award, and I never think we have a shot at that. But now that we can activate our armies of loyal Bry guys and Joy Boys, I think we got a shot.
All right.
This is just the beginning.
There was an Asian woman who said, 5 words, something to the effect of
undocumented immigrant,
now a winner.
Yeah, that was a great speech.
That was good.
That was a great speech. So now that you've got this, you are, in fact, Whoopi's an EGOT, but you are
and I'm an EWIG.
An EWIG.
I have an Emmy. Mm-hmm. I have a Webby.
Yes.
I have an Image Award from the NAACP, and I have a GLAAD Award from LGBT people.
So you are now an EWIG.
I'm an EWIG.
Congratulations. That's very good.
Yeah, those are good awards.
They're very good. I'm a wee. I have a Webby and an Emmy. Yeah, and actually I have a Telly, so I guess I'm wet.
What about a Gracie? I have those.
I have a Gracie too.
Yeah,
all right. I'm a gwet. All right. Speaking of comedians, this was Stephen Colbert last night, and also I want to point this out. When you were introduced, they introduced you as an icon, a television icon, who does a late night show at 11 a.m., which made me laugh. And I think there's.
What do you think that means?
I think the sensibilities, the stuff we talk about, is very much in that.
That's a very good description.
Yeah, I think that's right. So speaking of comedians and Stephen Colbert, last night he invited all the other late night hosts on his show. He's in his final episodes. Yeah. So it was Jimmy Kimmel, Jimmy Fallon, Seth Meyers, and John Oliver. And they talked about why late night shows should still exist. Do you agree that they're still important today and why they should?
I believe that all these talk shows, especially the comedians, need to exist, which is why I said what I said last night.
Right.
You can't stifle people who are making fun of you.
Yes.
That's America. They want to take it all away from us and make it into some boring dictatorship. It's not going to work.
Yeah. Jimmy Kimmel said it last night. He said, look, why we shouldn't have to defend why late night should exist. And it's kind of crazy that we're in that place right now. Mm-hmm. Why do you think Trump is so obsessed with comedians that make fun of him?
Well, he has a big ego and a small sense of himself. Mm-hmm. It's one of those juxtapositions of grandiosity to cover for the fact that he's very insecure.
Yes, I know something about that.
And insecure people do not like to be made fun of. Now, he was better in the old days. In the old days, I mean, my friend Susie, I believe, was did a roast when he was the subject once. And he thought he was okay with that. But that was before he got this crazy idea that he can change the world. And he's the big, most powerful, the Wizard of Oz. And now he has no sense of humor. We remember what happened with the Correspondents' Dinner when Obama made fun of him.
Yeah.
It was like, I am your retribution, he said to his fans. Please.
Speaking of roast,
get a shrink.
There was another big Netflix roast this weekend for Kevin Hart. I don't know if you saw it.
I heard about it.
It's gotten very, very aggressive and edgy in blue.
Yeah. Where was it, on Comedy Central?
On Netflix.
Oh, on Netflix.
Do you like a roast? I mean, you've roasted people. You've never been. I mean, I think we've had small versions of it. You've never gone on stage for a big roast. Would you enjoy it or no?
I was not on any of the TV roasts, but I was on the Friars roast.
Yeah. How was that?
We roasted like Danny Aiello, for people who remember who he was.
I know your story about roasting Chris Christie.
Oh, yeah, Chris Christie. I was roasting the other guy who was the governor, and Christie was on the panel.
Oh, so you just turned it on Christie.
And I turned it on him.
Yeah, because if you're on the panel, you're fair game.
It's funny because I used to really be his enemy, and now I'm his friends. I have his number. We text each other once in a while.
Yeah, he's going to be in one of your plays.
Oh, Chris Christie?
Yeah.
But he's like, he's turned around a little bit,
Yeah.
He's become much more rational.
Yes.
But yeah, I did a thing on him. And then, but anyway, Danny Aiello, for instance, I was the roast master, I believe, of that one. And Danny was the subject. And Belzer, see, this is why he's dead. Belzer died.
Richard Belzer. Yeah.
There are so many comedians who have passed away that it hurts my heart to even think about them. Richard Jeni, Saget died. Robin Williams. I mean, they're all gone. Joan and Phyllis and Toady.
I'm all over the place today, but I was just watching the documentary about Hulk Hogan. And Richard Belzer famously was put to sleep by him on a talk show.
I saw that. I
sued
remember
him for,
that.
Quite a bit of money.
But Belzer was merciless.
Yeah, Belzer
so
was merciless.
what he did with Aiello had a show called Della Ventura at the time, and he got panned. And all that Richard Belzer did while Danny sat there was to read the reviews. And Danny started crying.
Oh, no.
Now, I don't know if he was crying laughing or crying.
Yeah.
But it was one of those you never forget.
I've heard Chevy Chase had a bad reaction to his
People don't like Chevy for some reason. He gets a lot of criticism from coworkers.
I think some of it's justified. But
I never really found him to be anything but okay.
Yeah. I've heard a lot of stories from people.
Oh, yeah.
But and same for me. When I've met him, he's been fine.
Yeah.
But I think there are people that are built for a roast and people who aren't. I remember we roasted you on your birthday one year with Triumph.
I love Triumph the dog.
He's the best.
When I have another birthday in October, I want you to bring Triumph back, okay?
You think so?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
I really love when he roasts me.
Maybe he can run your tag sale. He can be the...
He's so funny.
Yeah, he's the best.
That dog is funny, and I love it. It's fun to be roasted.
Yeah, absolutely.
They just tell me how old I am. And,
I was going to say, that's easy. As long as you know what it is going in.
Yeah,
it's when they surprise you that it hurts, I think.
Well, he said one year that I was so far up Barbara Walters' ass or something. Struck me funny.
All right. Well, today on the show, speaking of celebrities, we had a lively discussion about whether celebrities are obligated to speak out on politics after Billy Bob Thornton said he doesn't know anything about politics. That seemed to give you that was a pain in the neck for you. You didn't like that.
Well, because why would you go on the air and brag about the fact that you know nothing about politics?
Okay, I think he was being self-effacing. I don't know that he was saying like
baloney.
Okay.
I could say I don't know anything about nuclear physics.
Right.
That makes sense.
Right.
But why do you not know anything about politics? Politics is what you do in the world where you live.
There are people
Politics is personal.
There are people that are willfully uninformed. I mean, they just are. They don't want to pay attention to it.
I would not brag about that.
I understand. But I do think there's also something for, and you felt this way, we've talked about people like Dolly Parton who like to perform and don't want to alienate their audiences and don't think that's what they're there for. And, she's a philanthropist. She does things with her fame and success. It's very successful, and
Good
takes
for
care
her.
of it. Yeah. But
there are different ways to do things.
Yes.
But I think that what I was trying to say today and what I believe is that we are in a state of emergency in the country right
I know
now.
you feel that way. Yeah.
I do. I do feel that way, but it's not just a feeling. It's based on being informed. So I read the New York Times every morning, and I read other things. And I watch the television, and I see what's going on. They're eroding people's rights left and right. The economy is in trouble. Trump is hurting people all over the world. These things are not things that you can just take casually. You have to stand up for this.
One thing you said that I thought was interesting, and I
Only one
agree
thing?
with, one specific thing, was that, you also, to a point, respect people like Kid Rock or
Of
James
course.
Woods or somebody out there.
John Voight,
people that are using to talk about political beliefs that are completely different than yours.
Of course.
But they also are doing something.
They have the right to speak out, and I have the right to counter it.
Yes.
That's what The View is supposed to be all about, first of all.
Absolutely.
And we accomplish that sometimes. And it's today we had some a back and forth, and it's very refreshing to be able to argue with people that you like.
Absolutely.
Now, I don't have anything against John Voight or Kid Rock or whoever these people are personally. They have a particular point of view. Good, say it. And now I'm going to say what I say.
Absolutely. We had another icon on the show today. We had Diane Sawyer, which was pretty great.
Love her.
She was talking about her special tonight on ABC about Richard Simmons. And one of the things she talked about was that his drive to help people stemmed from being bullied as a kid. I know you've talked about being bullied as a kid, mostly for wearing Bermuda shorts. Did that give you any drive to succeed in life? Does that
Well, there is that motivation as you get older. I'll show them.
Yeah.
I don't think that motivated me, though. First of all, I wasn't bullied continuously.
Mm-hmm.
There was one particular group of girls who just couldn't stand that I was like a pampered child.
Yes.
And one of the shrinks I had one time, they said that they didn't like the princess in you.
Oh.
Because I was taken care of by my family. I was adored and admired
Yes.
as a child. And also told to sing and dance for their delectation.
Sure.
Because we didn't have a TV till I was older. So I was basically the television set.
And you still are. There you go.
So what happened is that because they encouraged all of that, I always say they gave me everything but an agent. Because they encouraged me. So that counteracted the bullying, I think.
No, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. I got bullied a bit. And
Did you?
Yes. And I
Why,
used
were
it
you
as
wearing
fuel.
Bermuda shorts too?
I was not wearing Bermuda shorts. I had a loud mouth. That's really what it was. I talked too much.
But
I got
who
myself in
did
trouble.
bully you? What kind of kids bullied you?
Kids in high school. Some of them I'm friends with now.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. It was, but I talked too much. I got myself
Well, that's
in
why
trouble.
we're in the business we're in.
Yeah, I think you're right. Now, going back to Richard Simmons, he famously left the public eye for 10 years. Could you imagine doing that and staying home for so long? And just disappearing?
Now?
Yeah. Like at
You
any
mean-
point in your life. I'm not saying like retiring. I'm saying like just the idea of just retreating from the public eye. And,
Yes.
And yeah.
I
Is
could do that.
That's appealing
First
to
of
you?
all, I have many interests outside
Yes.
of my job.
I know, but most of them are in the public eye. If you're doing plays, people are going to see you.
Well, the plays. Well, that's sort of in the public eye, but not in the same way. I also like to do watercolors, which I'm planning
Yes.
to go back to.
I think that's fine. I think Joy Behar's my first ex-husband is not out of the public eye, but I think your watercolors are fine. Yes.
Well, Tony Curtis famously became a painter after he retired.
Yeah.
And his paintings sold for a lot of money.
Right.
Phyllis Diller painted.
George W. Bush enjoys painting.
He did too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who knew? So what we learned about Richard from today is that he would go out occasionally, but he wore costumes so that no one could tell it was him. Have you ever gone out in disguise?
No, but what do you mean no one could tell? With that little hair he had?
Probably had a hat
And that
on.
little face? Come on,
He
everybody knew
disguised
it was him.
himself.
I've never done that.
No.
No, you know what happens when you're like Bette Midler, or not Bette Midler, she's not a good example. Marilyn Monroe, I remember
Yes.
reading a story about her. She would walk around like Norma Jean Baker and no one recognized her. And then
Right.
when she put on Marilyn,
Yes.
then they recognized her. So you don't need a disguise. All you need is a persona.
All right, but you have a persona. Do you have a non-joy persona? You're kind of the same off camera.
I
That's
am.
the problem.
People see me and they smile or they wave.
Yeah.
That's all.
You put on a jean jacket and some big clip-on earrings, and suddenly it's like
Suddenly,
Superman.
suddenly I'm Marilyn Monroe.
I love it. All right. There was an article on the Hot Topics list today about when to stop waiting for your partner to change. That's
Oh, really?
interesting, I think. The article said that if your partner keeps promising to change things about themselves but never does it, do you cut ties? Are there things about Steve that annoy you that you knew he would never change? Do people ever change at all?
It depends on how old they are, I guess, when you meet them.
Yeah.
He was 7 years younger than me. He was 33 and I was 40 when I met him. Which goes to the other story that's interesting about how all these young guys are going for older women.
Yeah, it is.
That's an interesting story because they know that an older woman is going to be more of an interesting maybe date for them. And the young girls are sick of the young guys. I don't know how that works out exactly.
Exactly. So someone's got to be with somebody. But
well,
yeah.
I guess the young girls are going out with older guys.
Well, that's the thing.
Everybody's going out with older.
Yeah, but except for older people who like the younger. There we go. Yeah.
So that works out.
I think so.
That works out. Steve, he doesn't really annoy me. Well, he does sometimes.
Yeah.
Like I have, for example, I have a woman cave in my apartment.
I didn't know that.
Yes, I've set it all up. I have my posters of all of the plays that I've done and other things. I have one poster of The View is the #1 political show that we were on the cover of the New York Times Magazine. I have that in a frame, etc. And I'll be in there and I'll be writing and the TV might be on or might not. And then he comes to sit next to me and slurp his coffee. Mm-hmm. Now, why does he have to come into that room?
Into your room, because he wants to be with you. He wants to be in your area.
But I don't say to him, get out.
Oh, okay.
That would be mean.
Yes.
What I say is, must you slurp?
That's pretty good. I have a man cave, and
but everybody wants to be in the man cave with you, right?
Well, recently we're doing construction on my house, so there's not a lot of places to go. Oh. So now it's been invaded by my 2 daughters and my wife all the time. So I come down there.
You see what I'm talking about?
I do. No, I completely get it. I'm surrounded by footballs and arcade games, and this is my happy place.
And they still like it there.
Oh yeah, they're just sitting there and they're turning on HGTV and driving me away. It's not great.
But not to be so serious, but my husband is a very, very high quality person.
He is.
He has integrity. He has a great sense of humor. He's very funny. He can take a joke, unlike Donald Trump, for example.
Yes.
He loves me. He supports me. I mean, I have actually a very good marriage.
That's very good.
I do.
You're very lucky. I feel like I do too. For all the joking I do on the podcast.
It's nice to have a good marriage and to go through life like that. You don't want to go through life with somebody you don't like.
No, you definitely. I respect my wife a lot, and that's a nice thing.
And I want to have to give a little tip to these young girls.
Yeah.
Lust fades. It does. Ask Helen Fisher, the great anthropologist. Mm-hmm. 2 years into it, you're going to be like, I got a headache or whatever. Or, tonight, I don't know, I'm hungry. Let's get a pizza.
Right.
So remember who you're with. The person has to be a friend and has to be a companion, somebody to go through life with. So be careful of that.
All right.
Yeah.
Wise words from Joy Behar.
Right. One of the weekend shows we're going to do when I'm away.
Yes. So for people who don't know, Joy's going to miss 2 weeks at some point in June.
Yes.
And we'll have some folks guesting, but we will still have the weekend view because we're going to bank
I will be doing you to
yes.
bank a couple of those.
Yes.
I'm doing my show, My First Ex-Husband, in London with 2 British actresses and me and Jackie Hoffman. So if you're in London, come and see us at the Boulevard Theatre in London. Also, I believe it's August 1st. I'm going to have my show in White Plains. Okay, so I'm promoting. I'll do it again.
From London to White Plains.
Well, whatever. Listen, we're going to be going everywhere.
Yeah, it's great. It's great.
But what was I saying?
Steve... your weekend view. We're going to have...
the weekend view.
Yeah.
One of the shows is going to be giving advice, the 5 of us giving advice.
Yes.
Which a lot of times when we talk to the audience and during the breaks, they ask us for advice on something. What would you do if your husband, leaves town for 10 years? Or something like that.
Right.
So we're going to do that. I think we're pretty good at that.
I think that's good.
Yeah.
All right. Someone wrote into Dear Abby asking if they should be concerned that their husband's best friend is a serial cheater. Now,
better than a serial killer.
Yeah, I think so. Do you think you're the Gilgo Beach cheater, the Gilgo Beach killer? Yeah, I think you're right.
So who's the cheater, the husband or a friend's husband?
It's the husband's best friend is a serial killer.
Her husband's best friend is a serial cheater.
Cheater, not killer. Yeah. So the question is, do you think your friends are a reflection of who you are? And is this woman right to be concerned that her husband's associating with this guy?
Oh. So she's worried about her husband being affected by a serial cheater.
Yeah, or what does that say about her husband that his best friend is a serial cheater?
Well, I don't. I mean, unless her husband has no boundaries whatsoever and doesn't have a mind of his own, he should be able to be friends with all different kinds of people without judging their behavior.
I think so too. I had a very close friend who my wife was skeeved by. I mean, she just is like, this is not a good guy. Why do you enjoy? And I don't disagree with her. He's not a moral person.
Oh. What's the worst thing he's done?
He used to pick up a lot of women and just treat and just dispose of them very quickly. He used to go to chain restaurants. He would go to a chain restaurant. He would sit at the bar until he went home with the waitress. And then he'd move to another chain restaurant the next night. And by the time he worked through so he'd be at Chili's one night, Applebee's the next night.
A weird obsession.
Yeah. And then when he got through all of them, usually the waitressing staff would have changed over and he'd start over again
On the next chain group.
Yeah. And he was a doctor. Anyway.
A medical doctor?
Medical doctor. Yeah. So he was a catch. Anyway, my wife would say to me, why are you friends with this person? This is not a good person.
You know what, Heather? There's not a chance in hell that your husband would do that.
I don't even think she's worried about that. I just think she's just like, why? I don't think she'd like it. But anyway, the point is, I had other qualities. He was funny. He laughed at my jokes. We had a good time hanging out. Yeah.
In case you had a problem.
Yeah, if I needed a script. Yeah, he'd send it over.
Yeah.
So there were attractive things about it to me. But my question, I guess, is, do all your friends have to be good people? Can you enjoy spending time with people that aren't?
I like all of my friends are highly moral people. I don't think there's one friend that I have that I would say is immoral in any way like that.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, look at you.
I can't think of one. I'm friends with priests.
Yes. Well, the priests are moral. We know that. All right. So let's see. Oh, the woman in the article, going back to this article, also says that she's a feminist. She's having trouble watching the cheater do this to woman after woman.
Yeah.
Like my wife. And then she's still expected to meet and befriend each wife or girlfriend. Should she have to do this? That's what my wife just said. No, I'm not going to spend time with these people.
I don't enjoy that. It's kind of like duplicitous behavior that
you must have been in a situation where you were with friends and you knew one was cheating.
I had a girlfriend who was having an affair. Now, does that mean that I have to judge her? I'm not judging her because she's having an affair. That's her business.
All right, so there you go.
Yeah, but I mean, these type of serial cheaters are kind of strange.
Yeah.
I mean, that's unusual behavior, especially for an MD. Could be just worried about getting a disease.
Yeah, we don't talk anymore. Heather won.
Oh, she did.
Yeah.
How did you drop him?
We actually got in a fight about politics, actually. And
see, that was another topic that we almost did today.
Yeah.
About losing friends over politics. You know, I don't think I would.
It's a big thing right now. It's a big conversation.
Because it's hard to get through to people. You know, they see it the way they see it, and they don't want to.
You have friends that are staunch Republicans. I know you do.
It's fine with me.
Yeah.
I mean, I like to talk to MAGA people in the supermarkets, wherever.
It's your favorite thing to do.
Wherever they come up to me, I love to have chats with them, and I give them facts sometimes. You know, I told you about the woman in King Cullen.
Yes,
and it doesn't seem to penetrate because he doesn't mean it. It's like forgiving an abusive father. You know, the guy hits you once in a while, and you say, "Oh, he didn't mean it. I deserved it." It's like there's some kind of a mentality of an abused victim. The way the people respond to him sometimes. He didn't mean it.
All right.
Well, you say, well, he's taken $1 billion out of the USA aid fund so that thousands of children are going to die overseas. Oh, he didn't mean it.
The one thing that seems to make an impact is look at what gas costs. That seems to make the impact.
Look at the what?
Look at how much you just paid for gas. That seems to be what gets.
Well, that when it hits home.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, gas is like $5 a gallon now in some places because I've been clocking it.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
That's a lot. It's a lot. All right. On that note. Thank you for joining me today, Joy Behar.
Yes.
Tomorrow, I'll be back with Sarah Haynes.
She called me a bitch today on the air.
Again?
On the air, she said it. I told a story about how my dog wants to get out of bed.
That was funny.
Out of the bed and goes in the next room with Trump with Steve. And I'm in the bed alone. And she said, I guess he only wants one bitch in the bed.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Yeah, it was a great line.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Good for her.
Good for her. All right. We'll see you tomorrow.